Hello class, I wanted to touch base with you and give you some feedback on topics and finding articles for your topics that you will use throughout the rest of the semester for your research projects. So the first research project will be a review of literature. So we're going to talk about how to take a topic and then expand that to find articles related to that topic. As I mentioned in week 2, there are some specific topics that I would like for you to stick to. If you are interested in something beyond this list, please send me an email and we can try to work out something where you can include something that you might be a little bit more interested in. These are pretty general topics, so anything that falls under these topics would be acceptable. For example, I'm going to show you a example of a topic that's more related to injury prevention for athletes, and then another topic that's related to strength and conditioning for athletes. So let's use 2 of these examples as we walk through this together. So let's say you're not real sure of a research question that you want to consider just yet. You don't have an exact question you want to research, but you know you're interested in a specific topic. For example, ACL injuries. That's a very broad topic, and while that's a great place to start, eventually you're going to have to narrow that down. So one thing that you could look at with ACL injuries is specifically treatment and recovery. So if you are interested in ACL injuries, you might just look at the research that's based on treatment and recovery for ACL injuries once they happen. So what's the different surgery options are available and which one might be better, or how long does recovery generally take in males versus females, or 14-year-olds versus 22-year-olds versus sport, is it different? So you might be interested in specifically treatment and recovery. Another potential option in ACL injuries are considering risk factors. What makes female athletes more likely to tear an ACL than male athletes? There are other risk factors that you can consider also. Additionally, you might be interested in more prevention strategies. What are strength training programs or conditioning programs that would work for ACL prevention? This is more of a broad topic and something that you would definitely need to narrow down. I wouldn't want all of your research to be on all of these things because it's really too broad to focus. This is more of a focused question, and while you can start broad, eventually I want you to end focused. So this is a very focused research question that is looking at athletes' perceptions of yoga for performance enhancement. We generally think of strength training and conditioning, but what do athletes think about yoga for performance enhancement? Well, this is a pretty specific topic, and so if I were to actually Google athlete perceptions on yoga, I probably am not going to find a whole lot of information. That's a good thing. That tells me that this hasn't been done before, and it actually could be a good research project for you to complete. But I can find information that's related to this topic, and that's where I want you to really use your critical thinking skills to think about what you would look at beyond your specific research question. So for example, I might focus on information related to tools for performance enhancement that already exist for athletes. So for example, I might be able to find 5 articles that relate to strength and conditioning for performance enhancement, to weight training for performance enhancement, to sleeping habits for performance enhancement. I'm looking at some aspect of my research question that's related, even though it's not the exact same thing. Another concept that I could consider is what are the perceptions of traditional strength training and conditioning programs? Are there articles that have been published that just tell me what athletes think in general about their strength training programs? And I will tell you that there are, because this is a topic that I am interested in. Another area is I can look at what are just general benefits for yoga for everyone, and how might that translate to benefits for athletes? Are there articles out there that have been published that tell me that yoga can help with mental focus or with flexibility or with strength? And if it can happen in the general population, then we can link that to the athletic population. I hope this video helps you to narrow in on a specific topic of choice and then begin to find articles that are related to that specific topic, even if they're not the specific topic itself.